But we got our first special guest in the building. Goes by the name of J Soul. What's up, sir?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You signed to Cash Money, Young Money?
Yes, Cash Money Records.
You're from Toronto?
Yeah.
Now, how did you get to deal with Cash Money Young? Is it Cash Money Young Money or just Cash Money?
I think it's just it's Cash Money.
It's Birdman.
Yeah, Birdman.
How'd you get to deal with Birdman?
Funny story. I got signed through a fan actually. Like he happened to have someone. Yeah, like I'm explaining the story. He happened to have someone.
All right, you got it. There we go.
Yeah. So he happened to have someone who knew Slim, Birdman's brother.
Right.
And he was connecting with that person, talking to that person. That person said, like, who's popping out there in Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this J Soul dude, like he's the next one. And then he sent him some music, played it for Slim. Slim said I want to talk to him. Played it for Bird, and then they said like we need to get in contact with me.
Right.
He was DMing me and like I was buzzing in the city and he was like hitting me up like, oh, we need to meet.
Who's that? Birdman?
No. The guy that sent my music out.
Okay.
Right. And I feel so bad. I forgot his name.
Damn.
Right. Yeah. But like,
He got you your deal. You forgot his name. Damn it, man. What's wrong with this mic?
I think my mic's off.
All right, there we go.
All right. Yeah. So pretty much what happened was he was hitting me up saying I need to meet with you in a secret location. I got something for you. And I'm like, who's this guy? Like he's just DMing me.
That sounds like a robbery.
It sounds like a robbery. I'm like, nah, B, I'm not with that shit. Excuse my language.
You could curse it.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, I'm not with that. Like, you know, I was looking at it as like, you know, just like a fan, you know, trying to link up. But he said it's important. He kept pressing me, and I'm like, okay, talk to my manager.
Right. And
then she hit me up, and she's like, I think this is like real. It's like, he really wants to talk to you. So I talked to him, and he's like, okay, Cash Money wants to sign you. I'm like, no, what do you mean? Like, who are you? Like,
right.
Do you work for them? He's like, nah, man. He told me the story. I'm like, it didn't sound right. He gets me on the phone with Slim. It still didn't sound right. It was just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But like, eventually Slim FaceTimed me, and then right after that, he passed the phone to Bird, and I was on the FaceTime with Bird, man. And I'm like, yo, this is real.
Mm-hmm. Like
I was tripping out.
So wait a minute. Let's rewind this a little bit because I'm confused.
Yeah, I know.
You start putting out music,
mm-hmm.
and then a fan, there's somebody that likes you.
Yeah.
And you sign to the fan.
No. Like the fan sent my music.
Oh, the fan sent your music.
That plugged them in.
He plugged me in.
Plugged you in
He had somebody who knew somebody who's around Birdman.
Oh, I got
on
you.
Snapchat.
I got you.
So the guy's like, who's popping out there, like in the city? Because he would always message him. I guess he wouldn't reply all the time, but one day he just.
Right, I got you. Oh, okay, all right. So you ain't have to pay a finder's fee or nothing. Just peace.
No, yeah.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Did that fit? Well, you don't even remember his name.
Nah, I don't.
But thank you.
I thank him.
Is he from Toronto?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he's from Toronto.
He DM'd you. You said.
He DM'd me on Instagram.
You gotta have that DM though.
No, I have it somewhere. Like I need to like send him like a big. I remember I was talking to him back then. This was like 8 months ago. Like just thanking him. Like I was very appreciative of it because like you know he plugged me in. Like he changed my life. You know what I'm saying? Like really just with that one message. And
amazing.
Yeah.
So what was your first meeting with Birdman and Slim face to face, not over the phone? Did they fly you to?
They flew
Miami?
me out the next day, like
to Miami.
Yeah, to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared, you know. Like Birdman pulled up. I met Birdman the second day. I was in Miami. For the first day I seen Slim.
Now when was this? This was recent?
This was in February. Yeah.
Now were you scared and nervous with everything going on with him and Lil Wayne that you might not get paid or something like that?
Nah, I wasn't.
You wasn't worried about that?
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was just what I was worried about was just like, you know, I've never been in this position before. You know, $0 in my bank account. You know, I owe the bank so much money. I'm like, I don't want to mess up this opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
So Birdman cut you a check and signed you to Cash Money.
Yeah.
So now you're on Cash Money. So what's the plan now? What does Birdman have in store for you now?
Well, I'm trying to take over this world, this music, such as every artist. You know what I'm saying? I just want everyone to, you know, take in my music and rock with me because I'm gonna be on top. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm just grinding, working always, every single day.
Now, if you had to describe your music, because you're from Caribbean, you're Caribbean.
Yeah.
West Indian.
Yeah.
What's your background?
Jamaican.
Yeah. So now, is it more Jamaican-ish or is it rapping?
Nah. It's like rapping and like singing and like just that whole like blend of
So
both.
Caribbean. So it's more like Toronto.
It's Toronto. Yeah, it's Toronto.
It's
It's Toronto for sure.
We got some music?
Yep.
Let's play some music. Yep, it's DJ Envy Susan at Live. It's the People's Choice DJ Envy. That was J Soul. You guys from Toronto are heavily Caribbean influence, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of Caribbean people down there. And
Do
it's
you guys
also
get
like
along?
the lingo.
Do y'all get along?
I mean,
Because Toronto artists, because y'all similar in sound and certain things.
yeah.
That sounds similar to something that Tory Lanez would be doing, or something that Drake recently did. Do y'all get along? Y'all speak to each other? Not really.
Who? Me and
Tory Lanez.
yeah. I actually just met him. He's a cool guy. He's like one of my favorite artists. So like, yeah.
Why is he one of your favorite artists right now?
He's been one of my favorite artists because he's from the city. You know what I'm saying? I was following him for years before he got signed, from when he was doing like all that stuff. So when I finally met him, it was like, congrats, bro. Like,
He's an acrobat, man. You ever seen him perform?
yeah.
He jumps.
Not live yet, but I
he's
see.
crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
He's like Spider-Man. He climbs up poles and jumps from stage to stage.
As you should.
That's crazy. Now what about Drake? You and Drake cool?
I don't know him.
You don't know?
Yeah, I don't know him.
Now what about anybody else from Canada? Belly or?
Yeah, Belly's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a conversation with Belly. He's dope. Yeah.
Was it difficult being an artist from Toronto to catch on? Because I know at one time it was very hard for Toronto artists.
Yeah,
I think the only
then.
artist back then was Cardinal Official, and they barely shot the Cardinal Official. It was tough. It was rough for him.
Yeah. He held it down though. You know,
He did.
He really held it down. But honestly, for me, it wasn't hard because like, I guess like, the eyes is on the city. You know, Drake opened a lot of doors for Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And like I got signed off for one tape, so I was like, okay, you know, I was like, I was always working, but like it wasn't as hard as I think it would be, like, let's say like 10 years ago or like 5 years ago.
I think back then there was no internet either. That
Yeah.
You had to be here, and being from Toronto was just like it just felt different.
Yeah.
Now it seems so close. Now, how long were you doing music before you got signed?
That's a good one. Like I was always doing music, but like I was never really putting it out too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I like from like I was young, you know, doing like community centers and stuff, and like just like little music programs.
What got you into music?
My brother, he was always listening to music. My older brother,
Mhm.
I think it was him. Like he used to kind of rap, like, but not like really, you know. But like just listening to music, like he'd be playing like Max B, Joel Santana, like all those guys
Mhm.
every day, and I'm like, you know, like I knew I wanted to be famous. I just didn't know what for. I wanted to be an entertainer. Like I was acting, I was doing comedy, I was dancing at one point. It was just like I wanted attention on me. But when I found music, it was like one thing that was like I was really, really good at, like really
Right.
good at, you know, I would say. And yeah, that's
Now,
what it was.
When did you know you were good? Because everybody
Um,
does. Everybody thinks they're a rapper.
Yeah, for
Everybody,
sure.
Everybody starts rapping, and then
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out for everybody. Just like everybody think they're a basketball player, and then
I think I was good. Maybe when like I realized that like I really liked it. Like
Mhm.
I'm willing to do a show for 3 people, 4 people, just perform. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And like the more people are saying like, yo, continue, keep it up. Like you got something, right? So I would say like, yeah, like I don't know exactly when,
Mhm.
but like I just felt it. I felt like I need to continue and like not stop and quit. Because
Do you-
I quit acting, I quit other things, but music I just always did.
do you play instruments as well or no?
No, I don't.
So no instruments, just straight up and down
Yeah,
live.
yeah. I want to start to play piano, but I just haven't had the time to.
Now, where did you get the name J Soul from?
I named myself. When people ask me like what do you make music for, like, you know, like why do you do music? I do music for the soul. Like I write like from my soul.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want my music to touch people. Like I like to say, one thing I always say is like I do music for the youth that are trapped.
Mhm.
You know, whether they're trapped in their mind, they're dealing with depression, dealing with just all those kind of things, mental illness and stuff like that. So yeah, I just do music that just touches people, or at least I try, you know.
Right.
And I want to most things I put out, like that's the goal.
Now, how do you look at America being from Canada when you see them elect President-elect Donald Trump? Does it make you look at America a little weird?
Of course, yeah.
Like, is that someplace that are you glad to be like, woo, I'm sure glad I live in Canada. I can go back here anytime.
I mean, yes. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Like, I'm not into.
Because it looks crazy to me, and I'm like, I'm here. I live here. I'm from here, and I'm like,
I was
know-
following it. Like, it's all over social media. Like, it's always been like from the start, and I just found it weird. Like when he won, like I was just like, wow. Like I wonder how you guys feel. How,
we got somebody that wants to ship Mexicans away,
yeah,
and
it's horrible.
that wants to grab women by the pussy. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean, somebody who has no experience. Could you imagine You take a Delta airline flight and you be like, excuse me, pilot, I want to fly this, but you have no experience. But it's
Yeah.
okay, I have money.
Mhm.
Like that's crazy to me.
It's
Like, he doesn't
wild.
know nothing about policy. He doesn't know anything about like. I'm not into politics,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be the president.
Mhm.
I can't help the country do anything. I can help the country make some bread.
Mm-hmm.
I can flip some mixtapes. I could DJ. I could throw a crazy party at the White House.
Yeah.
But that's about it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but what is he gonna do as a leader of our country? You know what I mean? It's just a little weird, man.
It is weird. It's very weird.
And tell us about Toronto and some of Toronto's crimes and the things that Toronto have. Because when I go to Toronto, first of all, if you try to go to Canada and you have a record, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna stop you, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're gonna stop you. They're gonna embarrass you. They're gonna turn your ass around. But if you can make it into the country, it seems like the country's so damn clean.
Yeah, people say that a lot, especially in New York. They say like when you go to Toronto, like
But
the
New York
floor-
is filthy.
yeah,
New York is dirty. But go ahead.
yeah. They say Toronto's very clean. Like when you look, you can see the floor and stuff. Yeah, I think I don't look at it like I'm from there, so it's like I didn't really notice that.
But they have bad areas and they have
Of course,
gangs
yeah.
in
Where,
Toronto
like,
that's
where
pretty
I'm,
bad as
where
well.
I'm from, like the whole Jane Strip, like where I was like that song I just played, like Toronto Plaza Motel. That's on Jane and Wilson. It's like a very bad area. Like, me and my family, we lost our house, and
How'd you lose the house?
You know, just money and
Mhm.
shit like that.
Damn,
Yeah.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
No, for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
just asking.
Like, and I had to do what I had to do.
The whole family had to move to a hotel.
Not the
Motel.
whole family. Like some people like split up and like did their
Mhm.
own thing. And,
How many
like,
brothers and sisters you have?
I got 2 younger brothers and shit. I got an older sister and an older brother. Yeah, there's 5 of
So
us.
it's 5 of you. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
cool.
there's 5 of us. So yeah, yeah, I had to do some things to get bread.
So
and,
some
like,
drugs, okay.
I mean, if you hear the song, you know, and yeah, man, that's how it is down there in Toronto. It's not all clean. It's not all clean.
Right.
You know?
Now, I love Toronto. Every time we come to Toronto, we have an amazing time. Toronto is, it scares me when the police scares me because, you know,
Police scare in Toronto
hell yeah.
and not down here.
Nah, you know what? Because here, not too much there. But see, Toronto they just come a different way. They just it just feels different when they come and stop you and they searching for weed or they searching for drugs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Toronto just feels a little stiffer when the cops come. It's like, nah, I don't want to fuck with them. Maybe because I'm not from there and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
Yeah,
At least I know
okay.
here. I know what's gonna happen. Either they gonna shoot me or let me live.
Yeah,
But
you know
Toronto-
your environment.
But Toronto, I just feel like they're gonna lock me in a cage and nobody will ever see me
Yeah.
ever again.
It gets crazy in Toronto.
Yeah, it
Remember
feels-
that time we went? You was DJing, you took your shirt off? You remember that?
Mm-mm.
Yo, the party got so crazy. He took his shirt off. First time. I got that picture somewhere too.
I was a skinny
so-
E back then.
Yeah,
I was
this
like
was
100.
yeah,
I was like 150 pounds back.
Word.
This was early.
Yeah,
early.
yeah,
He took
okay.
his
I was
shirt
a
off
wild.
and shit. He was in
I'm
the
married with
moment.
5 kids now. I don't go down LA. I'm chill now. I go
Yeah.
to Toronto. I'm a good guy. I go to nice restaurants and have tea in
Mm.
Toronto when I go to Toronto.
For sure, for
So what's next for J Soul, man?
Well, I got a project out called Jane in Miami, but I'm working on another project.
It's called what in Miami?
Jane to Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, Jane is where I was from, you
Mhm.
know, and then Miami. But I'm working on something called The Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, that's that project.
What's the heartbreak here?
The Heartbreak Kid is
You smashing mad girls and giving girls mad heartbreaks?
Nah, it's not even like that. It's pretty much like everyone has a broken heart, you know.
Right.
You know, some people get their heart broken by a girl. Some people get their heart broken by, like, you know, seeing that eviction notice.
Mm.
You know.
So what broke your
lose
heart?
it. A lot of things, like of course, being homeless, like, was a big part of it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Losing some friends and stuff, you know, through this whole me getting signed, and there's a lot of things, you know, like.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm working on a project called The Heartbreak Kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that comes out when?
I don't know yet.
Y'all know yet?
I can't say yet.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell Birdman and Slim I said what's up.
For sure.
Birdman ever tell you the story when he came to the Breakfast Club and said put some respect on my name?
Mm-hmm.
He told you the story?
I mean, I seen it.
Oh, you seen it? Birdman's the homie. That's the funny thing. Birdman called me before. He was like, "Yeah, I want to come to the Breakfast Club." Like, you sure? He's like, "Yeah." And when he came, he just lost it. I don't know what it was. Just flipped. It wasn't the Birdman I spoke to the day before. And then he called me right after. There was a different Birdman too. I'm like, I don't know what happened. He wanted 5 minutes with Charlamagne. I was like, hey, you can take the 5 minutes. I'm good.
Oh, man.
Anyway, shout out to Birdman. All right.